Hi and welcome back to my channel. So for this video we're going to be talking about what I think is essential for a newborn and what I think was kind of a waste of money. So I hope you stick along, and yeah, this is just my preferences, my opinions, or whatever you want to call them. So what worked for me might not work for you, and yeah, so let's keep it clean. Okay, first things first, the most essential thing that you need to get is a baby. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, first things first that you really do need to get is your bottles and pacifiers. I would say I would not be able to get through this time without those because I ended up not breastfeeding. And the ones that I quite like, I will show you. Just hold on one second. Alright, so I went with the Philips Advent ones. Let's just see. There we go. Those are the ones that I went with. I bought 4. Originally I only had 2, but then I realized no, I need more. So for me, I do both breastfeeding and breast milk pumping and formula. I do both. So yeah, breastfeeding never worked out. Bobby couldn't get used to it. I couldn't get used to it, and just for my own mental health, I decided to do just exclusively breast pumping for a while, and now we've incorporated formula for if we run out while we're in public, we can just give them formula. It's just mama's health, mama's mental health is also important, and that's the main thing that I wanted to just say with the first one. Do what's going to be best for you. If you can do exclusively breast pumping or breastfeeding, go for it. Good for you. I'm really happy for you that you can actually do that, because the convenience of just whooping it out and feeding your baby, oh, I wish I could. Honestly, I wish I could, but for me it just didn't work out. So we are doing breast pumping and formula. So bottles are a very important thing for me, and like I said, the Philips Avent ones are fantastic. I really like them. I really like the nipple on them, and so does baby. So yeah, and we're working on a size 1 nipple at the moment. So that's the first thing. All right, so the next thing that is a must-have for us was getting good muslin cloths or spit up rags. Let's just call it that. Spit up cloths, spit up rags. Something that's super absorbent and quite big, because babies do spit up a lot. We actually use one spit up cloth that's quite big. I can't take it now because baby is actually drinking behind me. And the other one's in the wash. So we really like, it's like a towel material, so it's quite absorbent. We love it. It works fantastic. Get multiples. We are currently the ones that I'm using I haven't found here in New Zealand, because there was a gift from South Africa, so I'm planning on getting more when my parents come to visit, because it's a must-have. It's really fantastic. It works so well. So number 3 for us was definitely diaper disposal. So we've got the Tommy Tippy. I'll post a photo of what it is. But we had to get one of those. I know a lot of people say it's a waste of money because you can just put it into your garbage bin or whatever, but no, when we put it in our garbage bin, it would just stink within hours. The house would just stink, because our garbage bin is quite big. So we have multiple days use out of our garbage bin before we have to actually take the garbage out of the house. So it just didn't work for us, and luckily from the start we did get a disposable, like an extra garbage bin that is designed to be for nappies, and we love it. It works really well. So that was a non-negotiable for us, and yeah, if you don't want a stinky house, or if your garbage bin is not outside all the time, invest in one. They're not that expensive. Like I said, we use the Tommy Tippy one. I'm probably saying it wrong, but I will add a photo just to be 100% sure for you guys. Okay, number 4 is a bottle sanitizer. I know this is a big controversy for some people. Some people don't believe in sanitizing their bottles because baby needs the germs to build an immunity system. I get that. If that's not for you, just skip this part of the video. But for me, I have this constant nagging thing in my brain that's called my baby's safety and my sanity. So for my sanity and my baby's safety, I did end up getting a bottle sanitizer. It's also the Tommy Tippy one. I will show you a picture of it, how it looks. and it's just, we're going to be sanitizing his bottles every single time until he's 3 months old. So we've got about a month left, because that is what's recommended by New Zealand standards, by New Zealand professionals. I live in New Zealand, so yeah, that's our standard, and that's what I'm going to be doing for, like I said, my baby's safety, but mostly my sanity, because if something would happen to my baby, like he gets stomachs or something sick or whatever, I will feel guilty about it, because I did not do everything that my power could do to protect my baby's health. And this way, I feel like I am protecting my baby. I've done everything that was recommended to me, and yeah, that is why I'm going to be doing it. That's why I've done it. Plus, it's just nice to know that something is clean afterwards. So yeah, we're going to definitely be sanitizing all of his bottles every single time until he's about 3 months old. Then after 3 months old, we will sanitize his bottles daily, like once a day, in the morning and, well, at night, and then let it dry during the night. And, you know, we'll do it something like that. Yeah, something that I did not see in other videos, or a lot of in other videos, is multiple diaper bags. So I've been told by many mums that your diaper bag ends up becoming your handbag, or vice versa. You just chuck a few stuff in there, but for me, I have 3 diaper bags, and I know that sounds crazy, but I'll explain to you. They're all different sizes and all of those shenanigans. So diaper bag number 1, that's the one that stays in the car 90% of the time. It is a big backpack one. Once again, I'll add footage here somewhere of it, or show it to you. I bought that from Kmart here in New Zealand. So that one's got like bigger stuff, got blankets, got extra essentials in it, basically, plus an extra shirt for me if baby splits up or something happens, extra clothes for baby as well. Basically, it is an extra bag. It's got everything, big stuff in there. If we need long travel, it's in there. So diaper bag number 2, I carry with me if we're going out for walks, or basically it's a bigger bag. Hold on one second. This is the bag. So for reference, that's how big the bag is. Sorry if you see. There we go. That's the bag. Thank you, Timu. So that's that bag is basically for on the pram. It goes with me wherever I go with the baby. See, it's got the little handles for on it. That's this bag. Like I said, it's glued to me wherever I go, and it comes with me and the baby. So a third nappy bag is more of a nappy pouch, and it goes inside. That's the bag. Oh, sorry, baby's upset. Okay, so does anybody else's baby just like randomly cry in their sleep, and then you just have to just like wipe his face and he calms down? That's what my baby just did. Anyway, so this is the other bag that I'm talking about. Sorry if I'm looking at my wrist a lot. It's because, you guys, I can see myself on my wrist. But this is, yeah, this basically actually has the nappies in it. Oh, you can't see that. This actually has the nappies in it. And yeah, if we stop at a rest stop and I quickly need to run in, I can just grab this out of that bag and take them in and change them, or, you know, that's why I've got this one. I know some people will say this is excessive to have this many bags, but it works for me, so what works for me works for me. That's the main thing. Alright, number 6 on the list, a wipes dispenser. And no, I'm not talking about a heated one, because I bought a heated one and it was crap, so no to the heated dispenser. But what I'm talking about is like the Huggies dispenser. You just press the button and it pops open and you can grab your wipe out of it. The reason why I love this is because you can buy your wipes a lot cheaper, because I feel like you pay for a lot of the packaging sometimes when it comes to wipes. So what we do is we buy a big box of wipes, just normal packaging. There's no lid on it. If you open it up, basically it will dry out if you can't shut it again, you know, those type of ones. And they work fantastic. And so I've got my nappies dispenser, wipes dispenser, I just put in two packs of the 80 packs in there, and boom, we're good to go. It works absolutely fantastic. I've got like one station because I live in a tiny home. I have one changing station, but I can move it around. I can move it to my bedroom or in my living room, kitchen. Like I said, it's a small area, so we don't need multiple carriers, nappy carriers. So we just got the one, and that's why we only need the one dispenser, and it works for us. Alright, the next thing on the list I can't show you right now because Baba is sleeping in it, but that is the bobby pillow, the feeding pillow, you know, the little round pillow that goes around mom's waist and baby lays on top of it. This is a must, of the highest importance. I can't tell you how much this was a big thing for us, even though I've heard people say it's not necessary, just use a normal pillow. No, this thing works on multiple levels. One, it goes around your waist, baby can lay on there, have his feeding. It's a good communication and cuddle time, a connection time. And then secondly, you can prop it up against your couch, and it's like a little seating chair for your baby, where baby is sitting in, and has some good time with you as well. Other thing is baby can sleep in that little pillow, like my baby's currently doing. He's right behind me, I've got eyes on him, so it's also a safe sleep option. If you want there, never leave baby unattended in these pillows. That's a safety hazard, a suffocation hazard. So yeah, just remember that. But it's important. Those bobby pillows are amazing. Alright, number 8 on our list is something that I actually bought only about 2 weeks ago. So baby was about 6 weeks. Due to the way my baby was born, he came out of a C-section, but we had a very traumatic birth beforehand. I was in labor for 41 hours. And so he was already trying to push out like the contractions enough. He wanted to come out. He couldn't. I wasn't dilated enough. So he actually got a very elongated head, and he had some damage underneath his eye from the pressure. But that did cause him to have a bit of a flat head from the start on the side behind his ear. And so when he was born, we were aware of it. We kind of, once he was here at home, we tried to move his head so he stays front or goes to the other side, but he favored the one side a lot, so he would go like this all the time and sleep like that. And it was just getting to a point where I was worried my baby was going to have a flat head, and I did not want that for my baby, so we got this. Now you don't have to get this, like I said, this is my must, this is a thing for me, but also I feel like this is a great safety safe sleep apparatus, because once baby's head's here when he's sleeping, once baby's head's here and he's sleeping, he can't twist his head all the way to the side or twist his head all the way to this side. So his head's kind of going to stay in the center here, which keeps his breathing open, his airway open. This is why I love this thing so much, and I will keep this one for my next baby if there is a next baby. Okay. Alright, another thing that was a must for us, which I've also not seen people talk about, is a floor mat, or any type of mat, a big blanket, a strong blanket, a thick blanket that is for when your baby goes on the ground or on the couch. Anything like that. The reason why I say that is because we're a house with pets in it. We've got a dog. She brings in a lot of dirt, a lot of germs, and so we just wanted to try and minimize, hear the word, minimize the amount of germs and dirt that gets onto a baby, because his immune system is still building, and it's just a safety thing for us. Plus, if we're out and about, it's good to have that extra blanket if baby wants to be put down somewhere. Yeah. So I'm not a germaphobe, I just wanted to say that, but I want to minimize the amount of germs my baby gets, because his immunity is still building. So get yourself, or if you've got a family member that can make you a very thick blanket, then that is even better. Like my sister made me this blanket that works extremely well. Can use it as a blanket and can use it as a mat for my baby. I will show it to you guys. Currently Bubs is laying on the couch. Plus, if baby has a whoopsie with the milk or a splurge or something, and you don't have couch covering, or your couch is not leather, it helps as a barrier as well. So that's why I would recommend those type of mats. Alright, number 10 on the list is pee mats. Floor mat, well, not floor mats, changing table mats or pee mats, puppy pads, whatever you want to call them. I carry a few of those in actually the diaper bag. There's one. So when I have to change babes on a table that does not actually have a covering, even though in bathrooms on those changing tables I still use those, just because you don't know what the person before you used it, what was going on there. So I have a stash of puppy pads because you just grab them, it's so easy. I use them on my changing table as well. It's just an easy cleanup. It absorbs fantastic, so any whoopsies or whatever, it gets absorbed. It's a no-brainer. Plus they're so cheap, it's a no-brainer. Just get them, carry them in the car, carry them in your handbag. Yeah, they're fantastic. All right, another thing, number 11, that I was a bit late to, and that is a thermometer for the bath. I know this might be a money wasting thing for someone, but for me, like I said, for my baby's health, for my sanity, I went and got one for $11 off Temu. It's a cute little duck. I got one of those, and it's just to make sure that my baby, one, has a warm enough bath, because my baby does love his baths, and two, that the bath is cold enough. So the mixture of 38 degrees, that's New Zealand, remember, so don't freak out, it's not Fahrenheit, it is 38 Celsius, sorry. That is when it's hot enough, and it's not too hot, and it's not, like, it can be a little bit colder because of course, but it's right on the brim of being too hot and off. It's 38. And baby loves it. He absolutely loves that temperature. So this helps me to make sure that I actually do get to that temperature for him, and the bath is not too cold, because nobody wants a cold bath, like, really. And it helps him stay longer in the bath as well. So yeah, that's why it's a no-brainer for us. That's why we got the little thermometer for him, and it's a cute little ducky. It's really cute. So the next one on the list is, I think I should talk about it, is clothes, baby clothes. What do you need for your newborn? So some people recommend not buying any newborn clothes because you don't know, like, your scans can be off when it comes to your baby's size. My scan was completely off. My baby was supposed to be a lot bigger than what the scans was showing, and my baby was going to be a lot bigger when he was born. So we didn't have any newborn clothes, but it ended up he had to have newborn clothes. So what I'm going to recommend is, when your baby is going to be born, have at least 3 sets of newborn clothes. So I would say sleep clothes, just your onesies for them. So just three onesies, and then undershirts, like the undervests. I don't know really what you call them, undervests. Anyway, get 3 of those as well, or you buy them in packs of 5, which is fine, but just they're cheap. So buy 5 of those, and then 3 onesies. After that, your baby's born, you've got them at home. If you feel like you need to get more newborn clothes, like cute little outfits, then just buy 1 or 2. You don't know how fast your baby's gonna grow. My Bubsy grew super fast. He was only in his newborn clothes for like a week or 2 weeks, and I went and I bought too much. Like, I bought 5 sets of everything, and it was just way too much. He hardly wore like half of it, like maybe once, and some of the stuff he didn't even wear it because there was no time for it. Like, I found a few of my favorites, and we just kept, like, once they were in the wash and they came out of the wash, they were on the bed, and we were changing them the next night or the later that day, I would just grab one from the pile we used that morning or that we used yesterday. So he kind of wore the same type of stuff over and over because that was convenient for me, very convenient. So don't go and waste your money on cute little outfits and stuff like that. Just go for the basic sleep onesies right now in the newborn stage. That's my recommendation. I would have saved so much more money. Same with then 0 to 3. I keep on using the same 2 to 3 outfits for him because, like I said, it's convenient. It's just on the bed. I do have a few little cute outfits for when we go out. I like dressing him up, or for his 1 month, 2 month, 3 month anniversaries. Those type of cute outfits to put him in for his little plaque. I'll show you these 2 month. I think I've got 1 month and 2 month. I'll show you guys how those ones look. So that's when I will buy like a cute outfit, but don't go overboard with the amount of outfits. And if you've got people wanting to buy you baby stuff beforehand, ask them to buy you 3 to 6 and up. Don't let them buy you newborn or 0 to 3 because really it's a waste. Like babies, my baby he sped up on stuff, but it wasn't to the point where I needed 5 different onesies and all of that. Like, no, you're just gonna waste your money in the end. That's what's happened to me. So don't do it. Okay, number 13, a drying rack for your bottles and your breast pump. So definitely get one of those. I would not recommend having the one that you use for your normal dishes because bottles take ages to dry. Your breast pump stuff takes ages to dry. you need something separate, just so that it can stay there for hours. So do get a drying rack. It saved us. I really love ours, and it will just make your life so much more easier. Alright, I think we're at number 14 now, and that is breast pump. Get yourself a breast pump. I know if you go to prenatal classes, they say no, you don't. If you're going to be breastfeeding, you don't need a breast pump, but just get one, even if it's just a hand pressed one or a haka one that just sucks onto your boob. Just get yourself one just for safety's sake. I always knew from the start that I wanted to breast pump as well, so I had one before baby even came. But it's a lifesaver whenever, if you're doing breastfeeding and Babs is not, it's recommended for Babs to be drinking, and after Babs is drinking, you pump sometimes as well. It's a safety thing. And plus, what if your baby doesn't latch? What if your baby does not want to do breastfeed, but you can still supply them with breast milk? So get yourself a breast pump. If you want to be on the safe side, don't buy yourself the most expensive ones right now. Like I said, get a hand pressed one or a haka, and also the haka helps if you've got a clogged duct as well. So that's actually a must. Get yourself a haka as well. I will show a picture of a haka. Definitely that is a must. Get one before you actually have a baby. Make sure you have one, because it's got multiple uses. But anyway, back to the breast pump. Just get yourself a breast pump once you're 100% sure you actually do want to use one. There are fantastic brands out there. Mom Cozy, Wives Mom Cozy, the only one popping into my head. Mandela I think is the other one. And then yeah, you've got there's multiple brands. Honestly, there's multiple brands. Just get yourself one. It's going to save you, and plus it will help stimulate more breast milk as well. So the more you pump them, if you get into a routine of pumping, the more you pump, the more breast milk you will produce, which will also help if you want to. But yeah, I'm rambling on about breast pumps. Anyway, just get yourself a breast pump, all right? Okay, number 15, sleep sacks or swaddle blankets. Get yourself a good swaddle blanket or swaddle wrap. If your baby's going to be a swaddle baby, make sure that you've got at least 2 to 3, because they do spit up at night in the beginning, and then you're kind of stuck in the rut if you only got 1 or 2. So make sure you've got 2 to 3 so you can just exchange it quickly. If your baby's like my baby, within the first week he did not like his arms being tucked in for swaddling, so he's like one of those. He goes like that. He wants his arm free. So what we did at the time was we just wrapped the swaddle underneath his arms, so his arms were still free. He was a happy bubs. It worked out really well for him. And now we actually found the sleep sacks with the open arms, so it's just like it looks like he's wearing a little dress. It's so cute. But we found those, and it was the best decision to move to those, because he sleeps so much longer. He went from 2.5 hours sleeping, 2 to 3 hours sleeping, to 6 to 7 hours at night. Most nights, not every night, but most nights he sleeps that long now. So we absolutely love our Kmart sleeping sack. I've actually bought more now in a bigger range, because like I said, he's growing really fast. He's growing very tall, not really fattening up, but very tall. So that is also a big must, is get yourself a sleep sack, or see with your baby. I would say wait with the sleep sack. First, just buy yourself a good swaddling blanket. If you see your baby's one of those that likes to move around or likes his arms out, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't let anybody bully you into basically putting your baby into a swaddle where they can't move or their arms if they want to. If your baby wants to move their arm, let their arm out, okay? There's nothing wrong with doing it from newborn age. So plus, if you've got them onto one of these, there's no way they can turn around in their sleep and smother, okay? So don't be too worried about that. But yeah, if they want to be in a sleep sack, get them into a sleep sack. It works fantastic. So now the last thing on my list, and probably the most important thing for me, I would not have my sleep or my sanity without it, and that is a monitoring sock. So it can either be the Owlet or the UV. We've got I think it's how you say it, UV. Anyway, we've got the UV one, and I would not have my sanity without it. So what it is, basically, it's a little sock that you put onto your baby's foot, and it monitors their heart rate and their oxygen level when they're sleeping. So basically, if baby suffocates in a way, or they breathe, or they stop breathing, or there's any issues, that thing will tell you, hey, there's something going on. It wakes you up. You can intervene. You can help your baby straight away. So that's why I've got that. From the start, when I was pregnant, I was oohing and ahhing about getting it. And then when Bubs was born, because he was 3 weeks premature, I did not have my sock yet, even though I know I wanted one. And when we got home, I ordered it, or sorry, when I was in the hospital, I ordered it straight away. We got home and it still wasn't here. And on the second night, I'll never forget this, I actually dreamt, and I had a C-section, so C-section, I was in the hospital for 3 days, 3 to 4 days, so under a week, so it was still very raw, still very sore, but anyway, I was asleep and I had dreamt, because I'm a dreamer, so I dreamt that my baby was swaddled up, face down, like this, in his crib, in his porta cot, or whatever you want to call it, but anyway, he was face down in that, like I saw him, and in my dream, I jumped up out of my bed, like literally jumped off my bed, hurting my incision, hurting myself, and to grab him, and I woke up as I was standing over him and literally grabbed his head, like I had his head in my arms, in my hands, and I still remember it very, very vividly. But I woke up with my hands around his head, trying to like turn him around, and he was fine, because it was in my dream. He actually was fast asleep, and he was laying normally. He was just face up towards me, and that's where I knew, like, okay, this sock needs to come, because my anxiety is not gonna let me sleep. My sanity is out the window. And since putting on that sock, it's just given me peace of mind. Like, I sleep through the nights. I wake up when he wakes me up for feeding. So yeah, get yourself a sock. I know they can be pricey and stuff like that, but save up for it, or look on your Facebook Marketplace or on whatever online store type of thing you've got that people sell their stuff, and just buy one secondhand. It will save you a lot of sleep. So yeah, that is probably my biggest thing, is that sock. Anyway, guys, I think this is going to be the end of the video for me. I can't think of anything on the top of my head right now that is a must. Another thing that I can just mention, if you really want to try and get it, is a bouncer. Like, my baby is 8 weeks, 2 months old today, and it's only in the last week and a half that he really enjoys and stays in his bouncer for a long period of time. So that can kind of be seen as a newborn / infant baby phase type of thing that you can get it for them. But that's just a special mention, is maybe get a bouncer. Yeah. Alright, guys, I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you for sticking around, and yeah, if you want to check out my birthing video or anything like that, they'll be in the playlist after this of my end screen, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye.